On September 9th, 2023, an unusual aviation event occurred when Red Airlines Flight 9824 began its journey from the runway in what appeared to be a perfectly normal scene. The aircraft, in the airline's signature red and white colors, quickly accelerated down the runway and took off into the blue sky, leaving behind a trail of thin white smoke. However, the joy of the journey was short-lived as the aircraft began experiencing unusual vibrations just minutes after reaching a stable altitude. While flying over lush green farmlands, the plane suddenly lost control and performed terrifying somersaults in mid-air, causing the fuselage to shake violently. Camera footage showed the plane spinning continuously along its vertical axis, sometimes nose down to the ground, sometimes belly up to the sky like a toy before the overwhelming power of nature or some serious technical malfunction. In that breathtaking moment, the aircraft seemed to have completely lost its gravity, creating a scene that was both majestic and haunting for anyone who witnessed it. Despite the pilot's best efforts to steer the giant aircraft back to a safe orbit, the plane continued to plummet downwards at an uncontrollable speed. Finally, after moments of desperate struggle with death, the video ends in pitch-black darkness, leaving many unanswered questions about the fate of the flight and those on board. This is truly a powerful reminder of the unpredictable risks that humanity always faces when conquering the skies. On July 9th, 2024, the Roblox Airlines Airbus A320-200 was conducting Flight 601 in conditions of limited visibility. The pitch-black sky, dotted with clouds, and the crescent moon hanging high created a scene that was both idyllic and challenging for the flight crew. As the aircraft began its approach to landing, the automatic warning system repeatedly sounded glide slope, indicating that the pilots were having difficulty maintaining the correct altitude relative to the radio path. The aircraft continuously swayed, tilting its wings to the left and then to the right as the pilots attempted to center the runway in the darkness. At 500 feet, then 400 feet, the pressure in the cockpit increased. White vortices stretched from the wingtips, evidence of the turbulent airflow as the A320 struggles to maintain balance. With only 200 feet from the ground, the aircraft was still unstable, swaying violently in midair. The decision moment arrived when the plane was just a few dozen meters from the runway. The altitude countdown began rapidly. 100, 50, 30. Following the retard command from the system, the aircraft made a rather violent landing. The landing gear struck the runway, creating plumes of white smoke and a loud crash. However, the landing was far from smooth. Immediately after touching down, the aircraft lost control, veered off the main runway and into the grassy empty area beside it. The pilot had to make a strenuous effort to steer the giant bird back onto the asphalt. After a few tense seconds, the A320 finally came to a safe stop on the taxiway. The bright headlights illuminating the Roblox Airlines aircraft served as a signal of the end of its turbulent journey. Despite a minor incident during landing, Flight 601 brought all passengers back to the ground safely under the tranquil moonlight.